efter kursen så valde D-Score att köpa projektet och allt vi hade gjort, och vi valde att fortsätta jobba tillsammans. Och
It's performance.
Hello everybody, this is your Catherine speaking. My name is Oli and I'm a community manager here at Go to 10 Linköping. I recognize most of you, so... great, sorry. There we go. Hello everybody, welcome. I'm so happy to see all of you today. This is so exciting. This is a very special event as well for me, because it's you can call it as a grassroots initiative from our members. And my colleague Aaron, he is a part of this event. He is the one organizing it, so that's very exciting to see that our members are taking initiative and make things happen. Because Linköping is a place where we actually make things happen. Yeah, and you will get why I'm saying that. I'm not going to dwell too much on it. For those of you who haven't been here, I'm just going to tell you that Go to 10 Linköping is both co-working place but also a meeting place. So here we have free of charge places to work, study, and then we have this area to organize events. So if you want to attend an event or book an event, you can do that, and it's free of charge, and we're very nice and happy people, so it's an amazing community to be a part of. I hope you will join us at some other occasions as well. So with further ado, Aaron, do you want to tell us more about this event tonight?
And hello everybody, and welcome to the event. And I'm so happy that you were all able to come, and it's so great to see so many people here. So for you who don't know me, my name is Aaron, and I work here at Go to 10. I'm a member. I help with the events, and but also a student. I've been studying entrepreneurship. I'm taking courses here in Linköping, and I see some of my classmates as well. So good to see you here. The reason why I wanted to do this event is because I've just been inspired by talking to people here, like students and people who are working in Mjärvi, and I wanted to do something to help connect students with people working here, and also encourage students to be think more entrepreneurial and think about other options, to maybe stay in Linköping to start a business, or maybe they want to join other businesses that are in the area. So this is why I wanted to do this, and it's going to be a series. We're going to have quite a few events, and really it's for everybody here. These event and this network is for everybody here, so it's important that we hear from you and what you think we can do to help each other and kind of create this support network for the region. So a little bit about the event. So we have 3 speakers today. We have Erik Åqvist, who's going from the municipality, who's going to talk to us. And we have Catharina Sandberg from Lead. And we also have Malin Carlson from East Sweden, Almi. So I will get started. And Erik, you're first. Welcome to the stage.
Thanks a lot, Aaron, and it's great to be here. It's always great to meet students, our most important asset, as we often say in the city of Linköping. And as Aaron said, my name is Erik Åqvist, and I'm the head of business development for the city of Linköping. And to us, of course, this is it's fantastic that we have the opportunity of having Go to 10 here in Mjärvi. And I think that just what Aaron was connecting to, talking about us being a community where we are sharing and caring is very much part of the DNA of our city, and I will talk a bit more about that. So, as you know, Linköping, this is the way everybody's talking about every city. You put yourself at the center, but looking at Linköping, it's very interesting to note that 80% of the listed companies and the employees of the limited companies are within 300 kilometers radius of Linköping. And that makes Linköping, out of several reasons, a very great spot for investors and so forth. Because at the moment, and it will take another 100 years before we get there, Linköping is not as congested as Stockholm and Gothenburg, and even so Malmö. But Malmö are more connecting to the greater Copenhagen area. So therefore, there is a lot of opportunity of growth in this area for a long time ahead. And very often, I mean, we Swedes, we are very non-historic if I'm, talking in general, we are most thinking about what's happening now and further ahead, and we're not very much occupied with our history. But often when we get people from abroad, the first question that I get is, but how did Linköping become this place? And how on earth can you be one of the 3 places on the planet where you are producing one of the most prominent fighter aircrafts? And you're a town of 170,000 inhabitants. It's mind-boggling. And also that we have a university with over 35,000 students in a city which is obviously quite small. But then we have to go back to history. And I'm going to leave a brochure, which is in English, talking a bit more about Linköping, and you can read much more on this. But if we go back for 1,000 years, why people settled here and lived here is because of, or 1,000 years is not enough, we can go back 9,000, 10,000 years, is because of the farmland. I mean, it was a good place to settle and to grow crops and cattle and to make a living. And that's the basic necessity for any people. And this, of course, attracted eventually the church. And with the church, we got knowledge to Linköping. And then you can say, to make a long story short, that actually Linköping thrived of the rich farmers and the church and institutions and schools that we had here. But also it led to something that most people are not aware of. SEB, one of Sweden's largest banks, is founded in Linköping in the late 18th century by the ancestors of the Wallenberg family, which is the most prominent industry owners of the country. And it all originated here because of the capital that the rich farmers had. And of course, we had the old brothers who founded the AGS company, which now is Saab. They also found that there was land, there was capital, and there was knowledge. And that has played very well into the hands of the city of Linköping and has sort of catapulted us into the age where we are now, where technology and so forth and knowledge is so much in demand. So that is always good to bear in mind. And it is also, and I'm making a bit of it, because sometimes if you read the local newspaper, there's often, questions, oh, we are not having any new major big factories located in Linköping, and blah, blah, blah. But the thing is that we should not locate any new major factories in Linköping because we can't afford to use the little land that we have left to that kind of establishments. We are a city of innovation, and we should support companies like, for instance, Beyond Gravity, which has their new satellite manufacturing facility, which doesn't take up so much space, but where the value of what you are producing there is extremely high. And that's what we are going to continue to be in the years ahead. And of course, where we are now in the strongest sectors is aviation, space technology, and so forth. These are the strong sectors now, but we are looking into, especially in the medtech sector, for instance, green tech, we are looking into expanding these sectors ahead. And just looking, and I do apologize for, these are the latest figures that I'm going to show now about how large the businesses are in Linköping. And unfortunately, they are so new, so we haven't had time to translate them. But this is the number of employees in total in Linköping, whereof 66% is to the limited companies, and the rest is to our just as innovative, vad säger man, offentliga aktörer? Yeah, public entities, because we have, the National Forensic Centrum, we have the Road and Transport Institution, and the Cybersecurity, and so forth and so forth. And of course, the university and so on. So there's a lot of interaction between the innovative public sector and the private sector. And if we benchmark us, and this is just looking at the limited companies, the employed people and companies within limited companies, Linköping is performing very well. And what is actually a bit interesting here is if you look at Uppsala, which is almost 100 inhabitants larger than Linköping, Linköping is almost having the same amount of labor force within the limited companies as Uppsala is having, even though Uppsala is having more companies in numbers, so to speak. And then we look at how large the different branches are, and this is Saab, extremely dominant in Linköping. You could have put, this is industry in Swedish, but you could have put Saab there. And also, this is the tech sector, which is where we are situated now in Mjärdevi. And these are the two major forces that are driving and pushing the employment rate and the success story of Linköping forward. But that also drags these two, which are the supporting service sectors for the business sectors. Because these, just as well as the public company, the public sector just wants to be in the core business. So these two are really making these others thrive. And then there's a lot of different other sectors which are smaller but still very important for making this a whole city. And also if we look at the numbers from 2016 to 2021, where the most growth has been, it's very evident that Saab and, oh, something happened, now it's working again. Saab and the IT telecom sectors, together with the business support services, are the ones who are employing a lot of people, and they are also creating, when it comes to the IT sector and the business service sector, a lot of new companies. So that is very important to note. And if we look specifically into the tech sector, it's been a huge growth rate, even though we've had the pandemic. So this is a special look where we have merged the numbers from different branches, looking at the tech sector together, because you can't look at it in the SEB figures. And there you can see the potential. But what is also very interesting is looking at where these jobs are. And here we have R&D, research and development. And the percentage of people in the tech sector in Linköping that are in R&D is almost 30%. Nationally, that is 13%. And that shows how much Linköping is a city where jobs are a lot driven by innovation. And it's very important to know that. And that's also a thing what Aaron says. Do you want to continue to live here? Do you want to continue to run a business or just have a job? If you're looking or are studying in these sectors, there's a lot happening and there is a lot that's going to happen. And that's something that's worth pointing out. And then this is the new businesses, the growth of just any business company. And then when you look at the last 3 years, in what sectors have there been new companies started? Yet again, you see that it's within IT telecom, the business service sectors, but also within the building sectors and the normal shopping and so forth. So there's a lot of growth actually happening, but also worth noting, the IT sector and the business service sectors are the most rapidly growing, even when it comes to new companies. And as an example, Linköping is growing organically because, as I said, sometimes, and I'm working for the city, so we have the local politicians, and they, get the buzz from the press and the buzz from the Twitter feeds and the Facebook and all the negativity. And it's also very often, what is the city doing for promoting new companies? But the thing is that Linköping is doing something that some cities would give the right arms to do, growing organically by the companies that are already existing here. And for instance, if we were to, as a city, to promote to get another large player to come here, it would start competing with, for instance, Saab when it comes to talent. It would be like shooting yourself in the foot. It's a stupid strategy. So that's why we're working in another way. And Aaron, you have to tell me when it's time to just, go and do something else. And now the Eastern Link. It's been a lot of talk about the Eastern Main Line, but it's a very interesting thing that's going to happen. I mean, from now on and up to 2035, 2040, the whole city center is going to transform. And all of these areas, this is where, we have the city center today, is going to be explored within the next 10, 15, 20, and then further on years. And this is going to turn into urban city qualities. So that is really important. And the main thing that has led to us being able to do this is that we have moved the Saab airfield 600 meters in the southeastern direction, enabling us to get the permits needed, because otherwise the sound, you know, from the planes would have been too much and we wouldn't have been allowed to build the city. But this is something that is happening now, and it's not just the railway, it's the combination of the airport, the railway, the university, the growth in the organic companies that is leading us to believe in this city transformation. And then, of course, we're working to be the most resourceful, efficient region, which I think is a unique selling point when it comes to attracting new people. Who wants to be in a place where we are not thinking about the environment? And also, one of the things we are doing here now, Aaron put a call to me like 3 weeks ago. We have a great climate of collaboration. So I'll be here, and nice to talk to you later about these things. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Still some time, few minutes for some questions, if anybody would like to ask Erik a question. And if so, let me pass you the mic, because we are streaming, so we want to hear it. Yes, Amanda.
You said that Linköping wants to be climate neutral until 2025.
No, we have revised that. I'm sorry, if it was 25 here, it's revised until 2030. Unfortunately.
Because I thought it was very soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't have now the figures on the top of my mind, but actually the level of difference that we have now when it comes to emissions compared to 10, 12 years ago when this initiative started is reduced, but we see that we will not make it until 25. So it's revised until 2030.
And what special strategies do you have to actually
It's
be able
unfortunately not my field of expertise, but for another time we can have the one who's in charge of that. So I'm sorry, but I can't answer that correctly. I would be half guessing, and I don't want to do that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And any other questions? Yes.
I hope that my questions come out positive to you, but my impression that you're in favor of just one company in here that holds the monopoly, and you're kind of tailoring the whole city around it. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but and same time you mentioned that you'd want to preserve a pristine land of this area for, I guess, agriculture and so on, which been so good for 1,000 years, and that what keeps the things going here. But I see it like it has all the land that you'd want here. And if you see the future of vertical farming and so on, you don't really need big spaces. Like I lived my past 3 years in Japan. Yeah. If you put a Japanese person here, he would say this is a barren land, this is a wasteland, you know. So I'm just comparing extremes. Linköping, I would say the most unpopulated place on the planet, and then Japan. Like, so what do you think? Like, do you still want to keep it as a farmland here, or you will allow it to grow? Because my impression is like you guys are really, it's a little bit like bonsai trees in Japan. You don't let the tree grow, you know. You're just like, okay, we need to keep this town, you know, as it is. But I'm saying, I hope you take it positively. I'm not trying to demean, but it's just my fresh impression as a foreigner who came here, you know. So yeah, thanks.
No, I think it's a super good point and a super important and good question that unfortunately demands quite a long answer, but I'll try to make the long story short. I mean, you are absolutely right. No place grows forever, and we have naturally boundaries which we will not pass by because we are going to preserve that farmland. We are actually now going to use a bit which is not good farmland for the relocation of the companies that need to be relocated because of the Eastern Main Line. But that is quite a low number. The good thing about the large portion of land that I showed you, which is many hectares, is that that is where we are going to expand. But when that has happened, I would guess that Linköping would have reached peak Linköping, because nothing is going to grow forever. And that is the strategy that the politicians and others are holding. Talking about putting things up further up in the sky, like 100-story scrapers, we have limitations when it comes to what the military, not Saab, the military airfield is setting as maximum standards. But we are now at the moment, and I don't know if you saw that yesterday, doing a few examples of both building higher and denser within the absolute city center. And that is the strategy that's going to be. It's not Tokyo-like, because obviously the prices of land in Linköping is like sheep compared to, so no landowner would put up an extremely expensive high building here because they wouldn't, make money out of it. But the strategy you are talking about is exactly the strategy that we have to have from now on and forward, because we can't afford to not use the spaces. And also, if you look at the plans, the details that are now for Mjärdevi, Mjärdevi is also going to be much more densely populated within the next years. So your observation is 100% correct. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Erik, for your presentation, and thanks for the question. And now Catharina is going to present to you.
Yeah, yeah, I am on. There. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Oh, so loud. Okay, perfect. My name is Catharina Sandberg, and I am the CEO of LEAD. How many of you have heard about LEAD before? Oh, almost everyone. Maybe you've heard this before then. Before I start about LEAD, a short presentation of who I am. I'm origin from here in Linköping, born and raised in Linghem, like 15 kilometers from here. Studied 1 year away, but came back and studied at the university. So I have a master's degree in physics. And when I did my exam, I took the chance to sign on for Sectra. And I started there in 1999 and was there for 19 years. And there I was part of an amazing journey. We were about 55 persons when I came in, and we were 600 when I moved out. So it was an amazing trip. And when I started that LEAD, then I started to also rethink, oh, what did I learn? I've learned so many things, which I also now can give to other people. So that's really an amazing thing. So what's LEAD then? We are an incubator. And for me, when I started, it was, what are they doing? And we are helping idea owners that want to build their own company on their way. We are taking their hand and helping them on their way. And then some of you might know what Almi is, and then you might think, oh, but aren't Almi doing exactly that? Yeah, partly they do. But what we do is that we are working with high growth company. We want to see that the idea has a potential to grow exponentially. And we also want to work with unique ideas, not consultancy firms, because you don't have exponentially growth in a company like that. So partly we work with ideas coming from the university, but also partly ideas coming from the municipality or from companies here in the park or from one of you. Also a lot of students. So if you have an idea, please feel free. We have also Emma here. Emma works as community manager at Leeds, so don't hesitate to ask questions later on. We have had incubators here in Östergötland since 2002. Then we had one in Norrköping and one in Linköping. But 2006, 2007, we merged them and it became Lead. We are owned, you can say, by Linköping University and financed from Linköping municipality and Norrköping municipality, and also from Vinnova. At the moment we have 50 members, idea owners and companies, and that's actually all-time high, so we are really happy about that. And here's some numbers that I'm really, really proud of. Since we started measuring, like 2006, we have worked with almost 1,000 idea owners. And this is 2021 years numbers. But the alumni companies, together with the companies at Lead at the moment, they now have 1.6 billion Swedish crown in revenue. And they employ nearly 1,100 people. And around 25% of the companies are still here in our region. So that's really great to see. And that's also one thing I want to send to you. You don't need to work. Saab and Ericsson is brilliant companies, and Sectra. They are great and big companies. But if big companies is not for you, then we have a lot of innovative, smaller companies here in the region. And here's the team. So if you meet one of us, don't hesitate to ask questions. And we have quite many really experienced business coaches, where most of them has done a journey themselves. And 5 of the people here are still doing their journey. So they work part-time, which I see as a really, really big strength. Because when you have the fingers in the jam and still feel the pain and work with that, you can give even better advice to them who wants to build their own business. And we work in a really big, broad with almost every kind of business. Medtech, advanced materials, IoT, SaaS companies, more or less everything. But what we are best at, and even the best incubator in Sweden, and then almost you can say we are best in the world because Sweden is really high up. We are really, really great in working with deep tech, like deep research coming out from the university, where the tech idea searching the market. To take that tech idea, searching for the right market segment, and also work with sustainability within that from the early beginning, and then take it out to a growing company. That's really our really, really niche. So what do we look for? As I said, we want to see that it's a scalable idea and innovative in some way. It can also be a new innovative way of doing business. It can be a business that's still out there, but you can do it in a new way. That's also innovative. But we also want to see a strong team. And that's quite unique. We don't see that often. Quite often, one single idea owner comes to us and we say, okay, you should be some more. And we can help you with that now and then, but often it's better that you reach out to someone you know, and you be 2 or 3 people coming, building your company. But we can also help you with that, as I said. And we also want to see that we can create value. In the beginning, when you reach out to us, then we work really broad, business to consumer and business to business. But when we come to the incubation phase, where you really start to build your company, then we only work with business to business companies. And then you might think, why? Because that's what we do best. There are other incubators or other, maybe Almis now and then, that's really good in business to consumer. So then we can take you in the hand, give you a new contact at a new incubator or at Almi, and we will help you lead the way. So why should you come to us? Because we have a lot of experience within the business coaching, and I'm really, really proud of that team. You also get a community. I know Aaron has been up at our coffee. We have coffee, common coffee every Thursday at 2:30, where we celebrate with all the companies that has done business with the company. So they have to ring the bell one time for each 100,000 they sell. If they get grants from Vinnova, we don't celebrate because we are really into that it's customers that builds great companies. So we celebrate new customers. That's really important for us. We are also located both up here in Mjärvi, in Kollegiumhuset, and also in Strykbrädan in Norrköping. So if you are located in Norrköping, don't hesitate to come by there. By having experienced coaches, we also have an extensive network, both within competence as well in capital. So a couple of times every year, we organize a pitch event where companies that are ready to bring in capital within the common 6 to 10 months, they pitch for like 20 to 40 people that are business angels or VCs. If the companies need competence, we also arrange Venture Arena. And Emma is actually the project manager. And we had the Venture Arena here this autumn. And we will have last autumn, and we'll have it this autumn as well. Then we had 12 pitching really early companies that were searching out for competence. And we have really, really great numbers within that because of that 12 companies, every company got meetings afterwards, and 3 of the companies have now signed 4 people into their company. So that's really great. And 3 of them are women. And that's also one thing that we are really, really, I won't say struggling with, but we meet a lot of men wanting to build their company. And we all know that companies with a more diverse team, they will succeed much better. So we are really, really happy that we had 40% women within the venture arena, and that 3 out of 4 now are women taking on board on the companies. We also have a trainee program, and Anthony is sitting here, and he was one of the trainees last year. So if you have questions about that, please talk to Anthony during the evening. But what we do is that we employ young, or you don't need to be young. We employ talented people that have drive and wants to be driving a business, have an entrepreneurial mindset. And we bring them a paid salary for 6 months, really low salary. You can ask Anthony about that. But it's more to see, as I said, if you're a student and are a bit curious about it, look into that as 6 more months after your studies. But you have 6 months with a personal coach, with a business coach, and we will give you the technical ideas that you have to do the market verification. And you then have the opportunity to be the next CEO in one business. And you can try that out for 6 months by being paid. So ask more about that. We have actually signed 2 new trainees. They will start during the summer, but we are still looking for 1 more. And here is a great example. Selfion is a company from research from Norrköping, from Linköping University, the printed organic LOE, printed organic electronics at Norrköping, together with research from KTH. And they came to us with the idea, but they didn't have anyone who wanted to drive it. So Liam was the trainee, one of the trainees that year. Liam came to Sweden as a professional football player, playing for Östersund, but he injured his knee. His girlfriend was in Linköping studying, so he wanted to do something in Linköping, and he found the trainee program. So for 6 months, he was the trainee, and Selfion's idea was in that portfolio. And he thought, this is really interesting. I really want to do something with that. And after the 6 months, they were not ready to build a company yet. So he started to do market verification for the other teams at Lead. And after 6 months, the company was founded, and he became the CEO. And actually, 2 days ago, he was talking for the whole EU Commission at Sveriges riksdag about the future of energy. So that's really a great story. Still, it's high risk, it's deep tech. They are not there yet, but they're on the journey. So, with that, please ask questions and have a talk with us during the night.
Great, thank you so much for presenting Lead, and I'm gonna also, because I've worked with Lead, it's been great, great incubator and great people. So I highly also recommend talking to Lead. They're great people. So thank you, and I want to see if there's any questions for Catharina. Yes.
Thank you. I'm not very used to these. No, I was thinking about what you said about women, that there's less women starting up companies with you guys. Why do you think that is?
We have thought a lot about that. And I would say one thing is that we have a lot of ideas coming from the technical university. And I think we have to see this in a long perspective. There are a lot more men within the technical parts of the university. And that's a problem in itself, but we have to think in a long perspective. But that's one way. But now, as I said, we have signed. What we do to make this better is that we have tweaked our communication. And 3 years ago, we started to work a lot more around sustainability, which everyone does that, because if you want grants from Vinnova, you have to be within the Agenda 2030. But what we did was that we implemented it within the whole business development process, and we started communicate a lot more around that. And there we can see that there are some more women coming now, so that's really good. But what we also do is that when we employ for the entrepreneurial residence, we never employ less than 50-50. And actually this year, we are, as I said, we have only 2, and they are 2 brilliant girls, women, that come in now, so that's great.
Thank you.
But we also want to reach out for other parts of the municipality, I would say. We have a lot of foreign students coming, so that's good. But also other parts from from Berga, Skäggetorp. I know there's brilliant things happening out there, but I don't see that they reach out to us.
Thank you. And another question?
Yeah.
One more?
Yeah.
Hello, I think it's a great initiative, and once more, I hope my comments will come out in a positive way, because a lot of the times, sometimes taken negative. So if you ask me, I grew up in a family where women ran biggest businesses in my country, and I guess they were the pioneers of what that time they didn't know what feminism, is in Soviets, but nevertheless, I think we're now transitioning to this new age, where we should forget a little bit women, men. We should focus on people, because I think promoting just gender, so that, like you mentioned, Hegetorp too. I think, I go shopping all the time there. I think it's the most potential part of this city. It's the youngest, most unexploited one, So it's also in design now we're exploring this idea, much more equity design, where before we called it equality. There's no equality in this life. Like for a small child, you need the high seat. For me, I can sit on the floor and I'll be on level with them. So we're not equal, but we need this equity to blast the ones that are on the ground, and the ones that are taller, they can be left alone, So yeah, I don't know if my idea comes through, but yeah, it's just it's in my age group. Maybe we're starting to think differently, But it's nothing wrong what you're promoting, but I think that this inclusivity circle these days, it's a little bit changing, So, but yeah, thank you for your presentation.
I agree with you quite a lot, and I think this is a quite tricky topic, because I have had people coming to me and say, "Oh, why aren't you doing a trainee program only for women?" But me myself are a woman, obviously, and I have studied mathematics and physics. There were a lot of men there, and I really loved being in that community. And if I stand here saying diverse team will perform better, why should we then only have a program only for women when we see diverse is better? But still we have to think about what we show up. If I look into pictures from LEAD like 10 years ago, every business coach was actually a man over 50 years in kawaii. Yeah. So nowadays we have changed what will show up in our website, because we also have both women and men are business coaches, but we also have to have it on top of mind, I think. Also, I was in a sustainability day up in Stockholm discussing risk capital, and they said we have focus on sustainability, but everyone up on stage was a male person plus 50 talking about their topic. And for me that's you are not sustainable when you do that. You have to think about what we do. But a great team is the best, but a mixed team is even better. They are the greatest. That's my opinion. And it's research about that, so that's not something I just make up.
Okay. Thank you. Big thank you for presenting and for your questions as well. And next we have Malin Karlsson from Ingenious Sweden is going to talk to us. Thank you.
Hello, yes, you hear me? Maybe everybody should stand up and stretch a little bit. You've been sitting for a while. Yeah. While I get my computer plugged in here. Yeah. there. So my name is Malin, and I'm the CEO of Almi in Sweden. But you might recognize us more from our brands Ingenious and Student Innovation by Leo. I know that some of you here actually take the course. I know Aaron take the Ingenious course, and Amanda, and you as well. Nice. Nice to see you here. And I actually grew up close to here as well. And then I went away as well. And for 10 years, I've been traveling and working abroad, studying abroad. And then I came back here and realized what a great university and what a great support system we have here to start up companies. While you're studying and after you're studying, there's so much here that I haven't really experienced somewhere else. So I'm really excited to be here and tell you a little bit more what we do at the university. Because we have 2 operations, and we have 3 different categories that we work with. We work with events, where we try to inspire students to start their entrepreneurial journey or meet other entrepreneurs, to see other innovative examples that come from the university, from students that has been studying here. And we have community nights for people that are working with ideas. And we have our Innovation Tuesday that we have once a month, where different initiatives actually present their companies. We also have the individual coaching, where we work with very early stage ideas, where we identify an NABC, we look at the needs and the benefits, and try to coach both hard skills and soft skills for the students. So we work a lot with the person as well. How you will start up the company, what can like work with pitch technique a lot, like we do it in the Ingenious course too, but also different business models that you use in the beginning. We also match students with other students. Some of you might come and just want to join something, and then we can match you with someone that already has an idea that needs your skill set. And sometimes we also there come students that only see a need, and then we can help you to identify an idea, ask the right questions for you to actually find what should I do with this need that I find in the market. And we have different lectures and workshops too. We have the Ingenious course, but we also do the guest lectures in other classes and other programs. And this is what we've been doing at Innovation Tuesday this semester. We work a lot with other companies. We work a lot with LEAD. A lot of companies that, or students that come to us might come to LEAD later when they have gotten a little bit further on their journey. And we have some companies that come to present at Innovation Tuesday that has got support both from us and LEAD. For example, the SOC has been there. They were the first one to present, and also we try to always focus on the student, their journey, and where are they today and how did they get there? What do they see that help them become the entrepreneur that they are today? And at the community night, our first one is actually today. So we have about 20 students eating pizza and the pitch training today. Their own ideas or just a random idea that if you don't want to share your idea or don't have an idea yet. So these are for students that already are in our community. And every Thursday, we have drop-in hours here in Linköping, but we are on all campuses. So if you are in Norrköping, we are there as well. But so far, we only have drop-in hours here in Linköping, every Thursday between 12 and 3. But they're very busy, so if you want to make sure to have time, you can schedule a meeting with us, either digitally or we can schedule a meeting physically as well. So when should you contact us? Or when should you come to our events? Maybe if you have an idea already, you want to bounce some ideas by us, or just what should I do next? Where should I go next? And we could advise you a little bit. We might not have the answers, But we can ask you the questions so you find the answers. Or maybe you see a need in the market. What should I do with this? Has someone else been working with this? Or you just see something, oh, I want to do something with this because it would ease my life. So it's probably a lot of other people that have been thinking the same thing and need this product. Or you are just interested to join another initiative. We have students coming to us, but also we have contact with LEAD that might need people, or they have some cool programs, and we are at the university, so you can also find us and ask about LEAD. We have a lot of information. So yeah, we do. Yeah. And this is basically how it looks like. No journey is the same, but we schedule a meeting, or you just catch us wherever we are. You might need some individual coaching or want some, or in a group, or you want to join our events or lectures and workshops too. And then usually you go to incubation, or you start an initiative or company, or you might join another one. So this is very simple, but it's not as simple in the in real life. But basically, this is how it would look like. Yeah. So the Ingenious course is maybe it's more fun if you actually tell us. So before you have the chance to ask questions to me, I will ask you. What do you think that the Ingenious course has brought you that you will have that you will need in the future? Like, what did you gain from taking the course? Or maybe it's not on. Yeah.
Now? Yeah. Okay, so for me, I hadn't decided yet what master I want to take. I go the civil engineer program in environment management. What is it? Whatever it is in English, yeah. But I felt like, because I was curious about entrepreneurship before, but then when I read the course, it was like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I want to do. So for me, it was like, how do you say? It kind of gave me a new passion, so to say.
Nice.
It's really great.
Then we succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I'm Marvin and I'm from Germany, and I came here to Sweden to study my master in urban planning. And I also saw the Ingenious course and I thought, okay, why not? I'm here in Sweden to live my best life and try out something new, which I never thought about. So I took the course, and now I find myself wanting to establish, if it works out, an own company here. We have for now a really great idea, and what is the Ingenious course like? It helps us really to equip ourselves with the needed skills that we need exactly for this journey. So without the Ingenious course, I would not sit here, and I would not have come that far in an idea to build a company here.
Nice. Yeah, I can take it. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, the Ingenious course, I think, is part of also inspired starting this network as well, because I think with Ingenious, it's like we can get to meet a lot of different people, like by talking about our idea and being able to meet professionals who can give insight, and even through working here at Go to 10, you meet so many people that also can help with your ideas and projects. So it has been part of the inspiration as well to start this network, sort of getting students connected with people working here, and so it's a great way of just growing the network and meeting people.
Nice. So Ingenious is a cross-disciplinary course. You have to have taken 90 HP before you take the course, so you can be the specialist in your topic. You work with real-life challenges, and you work with companies very closely, so you get to visit them and actually ask and do the research at the company, and then the company could buy your solution back. So you actually get money if you come up with something that they want to implement within their company. and they buy it for between 5 to 50,000, depending on how much research or if it's ready to implement already. So it's your solution that you come up with within the group. So it's really cool. And there are some companies that has inspired from this. And we have, for example, Arvid here from Signostium. Yeah.
Så valde Discord att köpa projektet och allt vi hade gjort. Och vi valde att fortsätta jobba tillsammans och grunda ett bolag tillsammans som jag driver vid sidan av skolan.
Yeah, we work with very short videos. And this is, if you want... Oi. But if they're too short, we do them several times, no? Yeah. So if you're interested, we take this course twice a year, every semester. And you can apply late in June sometime, I think. And if you're interested to know more about the course, we actually have on our next Innovation Tuesday on the 16th of May. Some of you from the Ingenious course will present your ideas, and we will also have Maria from iMatrix that took the Ingenious course, and today she also went to lead and all the support system, and she will be there and telling you about her journey and her company today. So, yeah. Or one last thing. I just remembered when you talked about that you are looking for people, we are also looking for people to join our team. Not just our community, but we also have students working with us. We have 2 students that works for us for 1 or 2 semesters. One that works with event coordination and one that works with student relations. And we're also looking for a communication manager, and that one works full-time, but preferably quite recently graduated. So they're close to the students. But yeah, do you have any questions to me?
These things again. Well, I was thinking about, you said that there are companies getting in contact. Are they getting in contact with you, or are you contacting companies asking if they have an idea that they want to develop, or how does it work?
It's both ways, actually, but we work very close with companies, and we are part of ALMI. So sometimes it's them coming to us with a challenge, and sometimes it's us coming to, oh, this would be cool addition, because we want a very broad perspective. So actually there are a lot of students from cross-disciplinary programs, so that they can choose from different areas to work with, and different kind of problems too. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just a question that you said about the 90 points.
Yeah,
of studies.
90 HP. That's about 3 semesters, I think.
So you have to have studied at the Linköping University, or
no, not at Linköping University.
So
in general. Yeah.
in general, 90 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any more questions? Or, but yeah, big thanks.
Thank you.
Died on me. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so again, thanks to all our presenters for their presentations. Really good to hear all the stuff they're doing. And now I want to, I'm going to put you into groups with our speakers. So I've made some lists for you to do. There's also some free food also. We have sandwiches. And if you want to have like some coffee and stuff, you can talk to myself and Oli, and we can help you with getting a coffee from the machine. No charge. Okay, so also I want to mention during the discussions, We'll take about, say, 30, 40 minutes to do that, and then we'll come back just to kind of talk at the end, just to finish off. I will be recording the sessions, but if you're not comfortable with that, just let me know, and I won't record, because I'm also incorporating this into my research for my thesis. So just let me know if you're okay with that. Exactly. So first off, Erik, in your group, we will have Emma. Emma, yes, and Aisha. We have yes, Aisha, and Huang also, and Yasmin. Yeah. And for Catharina, we'll have Joseph. Is Joseph here? Perfect. And Evelyn also. Amanda. And Thomas. Thomas, where? Yeah. And also Frida. You're with Catharina. And for Marlon's group, we have Abdi over here. Yeah. And Thea. Yeah. And Anthony. Hi, Anthony. And Marvin. Hi, Marvin. Okay. So you can get into those groups, and I have the questions. You have the questions you can share. So grab a sandwich and yeah, enjoy. Stretch your legs. And thanks again. Yeah, there's a few people, I should say, that I haven't assigned a group, so we'll get them in. Okay, thanks.